And our final main topic today gets submitted to us by Francisco Faria. And Francisco writes, "Hey, John, today there was exciting progress in the Ironheart series for Disney+. Variety reported that Chinaka Hodge is set to write the Disney Plus Ironheart series. She wrote some episodes for the TNT Snowpiercer show, which a lot of people liked her work on that. Also, the series will have 6 episodes. By the way, that has not been confirmed by anybody. There's been no confirmation, I believe, that the series will have 6 episodes. As a matter of fact, the show hasn't even been written yet, so I wouldn't pay any attention to that. Anyway. And the writer's room will be open in May. A 2022 release date, probably not. We'll get back to the question here in a second. Probably not a 2022 release date. We're approaching mid 2021, and they haven't even started writing. We're almost in May of 2021, and they haven't even started writing. So my guess, I have no insider information. My guess is the earliest we'll probably see this is 2023. But who knows? Never know. They might go very fast on this thing. Anyway, a 2022 release date, probably. I guess so. Probably not. Either way, I'm really excited for it. What are your thoughts on this? All right. So this is an interesting one because a number of months ago, news came out that they were looking at doing an Ironheart series, right? And of course, Ironheart is, I believe the character's name is Riri, this young girl who is a prodigy of electrical engineering, creates her own iron armor suit in the lineage of Tony Stark's Iron Man and becomes her own hero, Ironheart. Now, if I remember correctly from reading this, this is a character that didn't even come into existence in the comics until 2016. So this isn't like a character who has a long history. I believe it's a pretty new character. Anyway, this comes to us from the folks over at Variety, who writes the following. The Ironheart series at Disney Plus has tapped Chinaka Hodge to serve as head writer. Variety has learned exclusively from sources. Hodge is a screenwriter, poet, playwright, and educator. Her past television writing credits include the Apple reboot of Amazing Stories. I've heard great things about that, as a matter of fact. So has Rob. Rob's talked about that. As well as the TNT series adaptation of Snowpiercer, starring Daveed Diggs. So that's what we know right now as far as what we're going to be getting out of this series and out of this character. All right. As far as the writer, great. They got themselves a seasoned writer. I've heard great things about that one series for Apple Plus, so that's good. I don't personally watch Snowpiercer, just to be clear. I haven't watched the series, but I know a number of people who have watched it, and they love it. And one of the things they rave about is the constant quality writing on the series, so that's a good thing. And Kevin Feige, he has this knack. We were talking about this yesterday. Rob and I were talking about this on the show yesterday, about when Kevin Feige tapped James Gunn to direct Guardians of the Galaxy. I know who James Gunn was because I liked his old Troma stuff, and I love his movie Slither, but most people had no idea who the hell James Gunn was. But he knew this guy will work perfectly within our vision of what this should be. He's going to be great. When Kevin Feige got Peyton Reed, the director from, what was it called again? What's the cheerleader movie he did? Guy, help me out. What was the cheerleader movie that Peyton Reed directed? I can't remember now. I've seen it in my head, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, Just Bring It. Is that what it was called? Oh, Marcus says, bring it on. Bring it on. That's what it is. Marcus says, bring it on. I was going to say, just bring it. Yeah, Peyton Reed, the guy who directed Bring It On, is going to direct Ant-Man? Really? That's who you're getting to replace the wonderful... look, it's not that... Look, before anybody starts yelling at me, okay? Before anybody starts yelling at me, I'm not saying Bring It On was terrible. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you've got Ant-Man, this big Marvel property, and you're going to give it to him? That's who's replacing Edgar Wright? But he knew, and I think Ant-Man is awesome. I mean, I think I love Ant-Man more than most people do. I thought Ant-Man was awesome, had so much character, had so much personality. It was a nice change of gears from the rest of the MCU to go smaller scale, no pun intended. That was great. What about the Russo brothers? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Time out. The Captain America sequel, what are they calling it? Winter Soldier? So the Captain America sequel, you went out and got the guys who directed You, Me, and Dupree? That's who you went to get to direct Captain America 2? Okay, sure, whatever. Look how that turned out. I'd say that turned out pretty well. Kevin Feige knows how to identify. And more recently now, when he went out and got Chloe to direct Eternals, everybody's like, wait, Chloe? Chloe Hugh? Who? Like in Guardians of the Galaxy? This was long before Nomadland came out and won her Director of the Year, the reigning, defending, undisputed best director in the world right now. And because he just knew Kevin Feige knows how to identify this kind of talent. So while I do not know Hodge, I don't know her work very well. I don't watch Snowpiercer. I haven't seen this Apple TV Plus series. I don't personally have a lot of familiarity with her work. I do know this, though. Marvel crushes it getting talent and pairing them up with the right projects and property. It just always works. So I'm cool with that. And it's going to be interesting to see how this one turns out. Now, one of the downsides for me on this is I'm not a big fan generally of derivative characters. And while, they don't call Ironheart Iron Lady, but it's still, she makes a Tony Stark suit of Iron Man armor. Instead of calling herself Iron Man, calls herself Ironheart. I'm not a big fan of derivative characters, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. But this will be an interesting thing. And at least they got somebody pretty seasoned. So here you go. Question is for you guys. Are you guys excited about Ironheart? Do you guys watch the show Snowpiercer? Do you know Hodge's work? I'm a little bit in the dark on it. All I know is that Kevin Feige and his crew over at Marvel do a great job of getting the right writers and the right directors, even if we don't know them at all, and pairing them with the right projects. So we'll see how this works out. Whatever your thoughts are, guys, jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Okay, guys.